Hi friends, this is Gail, 5 out of 4, who you don't see very much lately. I have 3 things, a few things I made, some things Nola sent me, and some things I thrifted. So I'll try not to talk too much and see if we can just get through it in one video. But I do have to tell you that I think if there was a category for it, that I might be in the what is it, Guinness World Book of Records for the biggest stick pin. I now consider myself to be the queen of stick pins, whether you like them or not, because they're big or whatever. They're not your style, but they are different, you have to admit. I just get carried away. And I'm sending someone some happy mail, and I remember she said she's decorating a certain way, and I tried to get some things in that direction. But you'll be surprised. I'll show you. And I didn't get a chance to, I kept putting this off anyway, you know, I'd do something else, and then I call somebody. So I don't know, there might be a couple things I already showed you in the last one. I don't know. But I'm going to show you my stick pin first, okay? Okay, she's going to do like a sea, like by the waterfront type of, by the ocean room decor, because that makes her happy. So I sent her a few things. And this is the stick pin I made her. Now, if you can tell, the shells, I even got them to wrap around. I started it with a shell, a flower, and then I kept going. But and then I filled in here with some tiny little shells that I had. And if you like my nails, now that I'm getting spiffy again, it's a Telly's craft. It does them. And she has her, I always tell you, she has her channel on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And some of the other things, stick pins I made from her things that she gave me. She said she's gonna start making some of them with stick pin holes in them, because I do it without the stick pin holes. So what do you think? I didn't think the flower, maybe it was enough, but then I added, I'll cover up the back probably. I just had to add some stuff. I'll be like at my desk and it's like, oh, I see this, maybe I'll try that. And then I put this on. I was going to let it show. It's what I got this at the thrift store the other day. You know, it's kind of like, what is that stuff, like basket weaving. I almost told her no, and then I took it. It was so cheap. So anyway, other than a few extra things, that is the shell. And hopefully she won't be watching this right today. So do you think I might be able to get in the Guinness Book of World Records Maybe we can start a new one. Like they keep starting new sports events. Well, I might as well keep going with the stick pins. I made this one. Atelli's big, this doesn't happen to be one of hers, but she is really big into unicorns. So she makes beautiful ones. Someone had given me a few, so I did that. And Julie Derry, I just may do you're always telling me I should do some kind of tutorial, which I really don't think I would be good at, but maybe I'll do a stick pin one. One thing I will tell you is, in my opinion, and I've heard a couple people who have been around a lot longer than me use some kind of crazy glue, some kind of, but be careful your hands, because between burns and sticking together, I've run the gamut. And then see, in this is just a bead, and then I put this bow on there. So maybe I'll do one. I don't know. Maybe I'll get out of my box. I started to do another one like that. Then I did this one. Telly's does the llamas. She loves llamas too, and she can make them on a chain. She can put the hook there for you. I don't know, mine may have had a hook, I don't know, but if it did, I took it off. And Jeanette, these are those little trumpet looking things I don't use very often. Well, when you mentioned them the other day, I thought I should. So then, since he's little, I had this round piece of metal, and I put that different color rhinestone from BB Craft on there. But I thought that was pretty. And let me see here. Okay. What's the other one? Oh, well, here it is. Now, Atelli's makes these. If you've been on Instagram at all, I mean, she had them all like in a circle. They're so cute. They're bunnies. Some people think they're dogs, puppies, but they could be whatever you want. So, now even she thinks I'm a little crazy, but I made this one. And I put a hat and earrings, and I had just bought this trim, and I made a little skirt. And like this bead doesn't have a hole in it, you know, so I used super glue. Just put that on there. This doesn't have a hole in it, so I put the super glue and I put the flowers on it. So I think she's cute, but the other way is what she looks like in the nude, just like Atelli's makes them. Okay, so I really like those. Then I made, it's not perfect, but I think it was, I can't, oh, it was that reflections or devotion. I can't think of what that channel is. And I think, I don't want to say, I think she gets some of her stuff from BB Craft also. But this was, I didn't get this piece from there, but I had it. So I did put the rhinestone stuff around it. I didn't do a great job. And then I decorated inside. And I just happened to have something that fit the back, so I put that on the back. And then you could just take this off if you want to use it as a pin or something, but I put this key on it with the diamond, and I put that stuff around it. I put the person's initial, which I won't show you. I put some charms, a high heel and stuff. There's a couple things I made before that were in my stash I put on there. Part of a broken ankle bracelet I had. I have to say I love ankle bracelets, but every time I get one from Wish, they break pretty quickly. So I just cut them up, use them. And I had this little thing put away too. That's why when I get jewelry and stuff, I cut it up, you know, and I use chains to add stuff to. So this way it kind of looks like a pocket watch. But I thought it's pretty. I was trying to find my sandpaper to get some of this. I have a little bit of excess glue. And then I filled it in with tiny little seed beads. But they had another video, and actually I ran to the jewelers the next day. I took some of the watches I had, and they made really pretty pendants out of watches, shakers. And the one, so far, it's taken apart, and I knew I wouldn't have the patience. I couldn't get the first one apart. So I took it to the jewelers, and he looked at me like I fell out of a tree. And so, but he did it. I think I had 7, but I need to start and finish this one because they're really pretty. Anyway, I made that. And then I just did this today to send in a package that I'm going to close up another package, and I put this on there. I got these from I don't know, Amazon or Wish, or no, I think oh, something fell off of here. There was 3 and now there's 2. I can't think. Something supply. And then I put this on there, and this and this. They're stationary because I used the crazy glue. Boy, that stuff sticks. And it doesn't have to be crazy. Actually, I really like the Scotch. And I ordered some from Amazon. Now, I hope they didn't screw it up because I only got one. And I ordered 3 bottles, but each was different. One was a gel, one was a brush on, and one was something else. Because I wanted to try them all. But so far I was using the brush on. Because that stuff. And you know, I do stuff in my bed. I mean, I have more glue, kinds of glue on my sheets. So I made that. Then, I know I made some things and I probably already sent them. I made this little, what's supposed to be, you know, a scrap thing, but mine never turned out to be scraps. They take me longer than probably a book. I just kind of put things, and then at the end I decided to put the bow at the top. And this is just a regular old earring. And then the back, it's at $5 and below, $5 and below. I don't know if you guys have them, but they have these earrings. They're these big ones. So I put that on the back. It says love. And there's one of Telly's llamas. And this was from one of those mats I had that was rubber, and it had flowers on it, and I cut them out. And I painted them. And I stuck it on here. I don't know that I would use any more of them, but I thought that was cute. That's gonna be a gift. And I don't know if I showed you this last time. I had just sprayed it, but I hadn't really decorated it. And I have to touch it up, it looks like. I'm becoming like this spraying fiend with just regular, you know, spray paint, Rust-Oleum. And this is pewter. And I had some of these that I cut out. I had bought something at the thrift store just because of the appliques. And I had a wreath outside. And before I tossed it, I took some stuff out, but I didn't have the patience to take more out because, you know, I could use all this stuff. So we did that. Now, I think I showed you this one. I should have looked at my other film. And they were all just clear before. But I just love this from Nola. I told you she'd given me a piece of it, and I went and used some of it to do a lampshade for somebody. And it makes me sick because, I mean, it wasn't like I was a good friend or anything. And then I did that. Not a lot, just. So I don't know if I showed you that. And I don't know if I showed you this box. Seems like I did, but just, I just seen it sitting around the other day. It was just a gold box. Real lightweight. And when I went to Holly Lobby last time, this was the last they had of this button trim. I think I did tell you. So I bought what they had. And then I just, so you can still see the gold through it, part of a doily. I'm starting to get smart, like I watch other people, you know, they cut their doilies. You're not going to see the whole underneath part, why waste it? So I cut like the middle out. And actually this is some kind of chipboard piece I had. And this is a, you know, when you sew and you buy the, like, what is it, butternut, or I don't know. Anyway, you know what I mean. It tells you how to sew it. I made that flower, and then I bought this trim they had at Hobby Lobby too. And this was from a doily. Oh, plain but cute. Then I think I showed you this too. Maybe I added to it though. You never know. This one. I had this big, really nice piece of jewelry I bought. And it must have been popular one time, because this is the second one I got, because I know I sent some pieces to people before. And then I put one of those little flowers on there. And this was like an applique, and then I put a doily behind it. And I think this is a bee. I just added that the other day. I'll look at it and it seems like, oh, I need something. Then the last couple nights I made some, I've been making flowers, and I send them faster probably than I've had so many packages. These are flamingos. And then I put 2 doilies behind them. Cute. They had flamingo ribbon on sale. I told you every other week Hobby Lobby has their rolled ribbons on sale, half off. And then I'm really liking these. You know, I almost gave away. I don't know where I got all these paper ones. Maybe at a garage sale. And I've been using like the tea colored ones, because I really can't tea dye. I don't have any tea. So there was white, and there was like a tea dyed color. And then I had a small applique, and I cut it up, and I put the leaves in and the flower, and then put a doily behind it, like an off-white doily. But I really like these. They're easy. Then I had ordered, I just realized these were the flowers that someone was talking about on one of the videos, about being a Christmas ornament, like a snowflake. I cut the flowers off of the, just, you know, like there were 8 flowers or 10. So this is it here. Then I had bought another trim, and I cut the flower off and put it there. And then those paper flowers, I think it was the paper flowers, I cut in 2s, and I just placed them around the back. And then I put a doily. Just small. I mean, just plain, but pretty. Then I thought, I'm going to make a covered button. I kind of missed the covered button stage, sort of. And then I had this other ribbon sitting by me that I had bought. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that look pretty behind it? I really like rose, the rose color, mauve. So, see, it's a button. I bought some. Actually, I've never seen their buttons or their findings on sale in the sewing part of Holly Lobby, and they were actually on sale. And then I couldn't think of what to buy because I thought, well, I don't want to just buy, you know, but I did buy some big buttons and then some decorative buttons. But that was that. And then I just made a couple of these because there's a project I saw that I want to make. I was thinking these were the same when I was making them. I'd find one and then I'd set it down somewhere and then I'd look for the other one and I'd think, is that the same one? Anyway, by the time I found them both, they were different. So that's pretty much what I made. And it's funny, I don't know when I got this, but a long time ago, the Hope Chest. I thought it was ribbon. And I'm trying to tear it apart till I read the thing. And they're coasters with cute little sayings. And sometimes I like to put them on the back of flowers. For every drink, there is a reason. Wine a little, you'll feel better. I take life with a grain of salt, a wedge of lime, and a shot of tequila. Drinks well with others. She's in the glass. Why limit happy to an hour? They're cute, and I'm thinking they're ribbon. And then duplicates. Oh, I drink to make other people more interesting. That's a good one. Life is too short to drink cheap wine. So yeah, I'm trying to take it apart, thinking it's, oh, a nice big thing of ribbon for cheap. But this other thrift store I went to the other day when I was coming back from picking up my car being fixed. I usually don't get out that way, not that it's that far, but I don't go that way very often. But there are a lot of thrift stores and stuff, and this was a Christian sharing center, and I swear to God, the whole shopping center practically is some kind of thrift store, like a boutique and then a cheaper one and whatever. So, I mean, they had all kinds of things. So, of course, probably a good thing. I had about a half an hour or 45 minutes because then I heard them say they were closing and I'm like, oh no. So, and they have bags of materials too. Different materials, just cut up and whatever. And so of course the whole time I'm looking like for other people, you know. Oh, who would like this one? Who would like that one? And oh, and I got this. Now I don't think it's anything. It was half price of 99 cents. But isn't it pretty? And that's cheap. It's pink. I don't think it's any kind of name, brand, or anything. But I thought it was pretty. And then, as the lights were going off, on the other side where the boutique is, the girl was so nice. She said, oh no, come on over and look. I got this. Look at, can you see how you could cut up those flowers? They're like star flowers. And the half price on the clothes was going to be the next day, and she gave me half price, which was $3. So you can't, good thing I didn't look longer. And this was $8. She gave it to me for $4, but it doesn't fit. I love this. You know how I like these half sweaters to cover up my imperfections? I hope you guys can see. It's starting to get, look at the sweater. It's pink circles. There's sequins on this part. that gorgeous? Thank goodness I didn't. I mean, I still had this room to get in some kind of shape. But I just loved it. I could probably get away with it if my arms would fit in it. Oh, see, it's a small. I never looked at that. But she gave it to me for half price. I just love it. Love it. And all the white sequins. Then I got this thing. I don't know how much it was. Quarters time. And I don't know, I didn't realize there were all these materials, dark materials in this one bag when I was looking at it. I don't even know why I grabbed it, but I guess I can make some. But there's probably a couple yards of this. And also for people that asked me for that ribbon and that material last time, don't worry, I'm getting it ready to go. But I have these other boxes to finish. If any of you that asked me for that, want me to add some of this, just let me know. I got this. I was thinking of Roseanne and her peacocks. I don't know. Maybe it's a turkey. But I know she doesn't like the normal color dark ones. And it was just, you know, a piece. But I thought it was cute. Is it a peacock or are they turkeys? Maybe they're turkeys because it's a fall thing. I bet they're turkeys. But with all those feathers on the back. So I just may end up having all this stuff. Fall isn't my favorite season at all. And when the time changes, I get, you know, that seasonal affect where I don't like when the time changes early. I get just more depressed. All these leaves and stuff. So I have no idea what I'll do with this. But the whole package, all these pieces was $1.50, $2. I did get, look at these two leather bows. They look like they came off of shoes. $2, half price. And see, I don't like these patterns at all, but I guess I could cut them in strips and make flowers or something. There's a good yard or more here. This I thought was pretty. It kind of looks like what, a Monet or a Renoir to me. You see it? All the flowers and it's green. Roseanne might like some of this. It's green with color. I don't know. That's the most fun though, going in there and thinking, oh no, who likes this and who likes that? Is that being codependent? I don't know. But I've worked hard trying not to be codependent because I always was. But I enjoy this, so I figure it's not. Then, when I went in there, I said, I want to see if you have anything with holes, any material or clothes with holes or that are lumpy. Truly. So look what I found. Now, Roseanne, I hope you're looking at this. And it's like a I don't know. It's not, what's that other stuff? I mean, it feels like velvet, sort of, but it's not. It's, I don't know, crushed something. But yeah, I did. I said I'm looking for lumpy or holy or anything different. And it was so cool. I didn't have to buy like clothes, you know, that you had to cut stuff off of. There's more. Oh, pretty drab brown. More of this. And they had a bunch of different ones. I didn't really have to, but it's not like it was expensive. This isn't too bad. And then there were 3 or 4 of these in a package. And I thought I knew someone who might like them. Oh, some fell. There were 4 for $1, I think. Now these were different. They must have been like napkins or something. Maybe hippie napkins. I might have to stop soon. It's raining out and it's probably getting dark in here, and I don't have another light right now because my light bulb went out. They're fringy. Then I never even took this out. This was $2.50. But it's pinks. Can you see that design on there? Pretty. And then some flowered pieces. Would make nice flowers or part of a book. Here's a bunch of this. So like I said, I don't want to start sending extra stuff out. My living room is like, whew, box is partly filled. But anybody that wanted some of that other one, if they want any of this, except the pink, there's not that much. And I think, I don't know who would be interested in this but Roseanne, but I'll have to ask her. And would you believe, I asked the guy, or the lady who was helping me with the stuff, get in the car, and I had this big box. It was heavy because I don't use paper that much, but it's still hard to get rid of. You know, I had big size pieces, all this beautiful paper, box about this big. It's heavy. And I said, oh, just move that over, or that's going to Goodwill. I'm not thinking. She says, what do you mean Goodwill? Why don't you just leave it here? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. She said, Goodwill's a dirty word here. I said, oh, yeah, take it. Take it. You know, you get something in your head and that's that. And I got this box. It's, I think it's a Norman Rockwell type wooden box. I don't know why. 99 cents. I think it was half price. I got this just because it was cute. A high heel. And then you could put pictures. Isn't that cute? Like I needed like a hole in my head. Okay, then don't ask me why I got this. Actually, I'm just looking at it. She's actually on a block of wood. Did I pick up the right one? Yeah, I guess I did. Looks like she has a bucket on her head, but that's her hat. But this little dress, isn't it cute? And then she's got the tatting. And she was, I don't know, 50 cents or something. But I thought it was cute. Look. Weird. This is cute. And then, I got two of these, a blue and a pink. And they're ceramic. They must be collectibles. This one says Kaylee. The other one was a blue one. And they had like a whole stack of them. So, or they can be ornaments, or somebody just had a baby. It's like I wish I would have gotten more, but I have no idea. Well, no reason to. I guess you could maybe make little pin cushions, but they must have been some kind of collectible, because they all had different names. And the blue one is in there, so. And then this I thought was cute for somebody. Little shoes. I think somebody made this. Isn't that cute? It's like it's ceramic. Those little girls are so cute. And this, it does look like somebody made it. Oh, made in Japan. At one time it was $7.99. Then it was $1.99 half price. I thought it looked nicely made. Then it's like I couldn't pass up these. Already padded and flowers on them, decorated. Somebody must have done these, but isn't that pretty? You don't have to do a thing to it. Unless you want to put some fresh flowers on it. And then another one. Looks like it came from maybe from the same person. Padded inside. This is all padded. Isn't pretty? To fix this a little bit, it's coming off. Like I said, I didn't need them. Nor this. Well, you won't believe this. Well, wait a minute before I show you that. Here's another hard box. I asked her if this was half price too. She said yes. It was $1, so half price was 50 cents. So how could I not get it? Make pretty gifts. Then, you know how when you get these dolls, I know at Goodwill they were really expensive. And there were like 3 of them there. And I looked at it, and I looked at it, and it says $2.99. $2.99. So, the other 2 were white. Like eyelid and something else. I don't know. I could have grabbed them all, I guess. But, you know, unless someone really, and it's all ceramic. You know, it's got the stand. And look at these covered buttons. They're bigger than your normal ones. Silver. But I got it for the material. Isn't that pretty? Look at this. It's velvet, black, blue, and then this necklace. I mean, I don't know if, you know, it even has earrings. I don't know how old these things are. Look, the blue silk are, but I thought, and maybe somebody just, you know, made the outfit. Let me see. Do her eyes close? They're glass eyes. But, and her little purse. So, I can't remember if it was half price or not, but it was $2.99. I mean, I could have went back there the next day, which was yesterday, when all their clothes were half price. I mean, they had nice clothes, not tons of them, but nice clothes. Hope you can still see. I'm trying to get closer to the light. It's so quiet around here. It's kind of depressing today. Okay. When I first walked in, oh, I did get more of these. There's a pink pair, Jennifer. The boys' ones were blue. Oh, I got another pink pair. Seems like, I don't know, everybody I know has boys. Then I got these over by the material part. They just look different, and so I got them. All the other ones were normal. That's me, different. These were all, okay, here's some leaves. These are shower curtain hooks. 99 cents. Look at that. Now these have to be old because nobody would buy these now. Unless somebody made them. It's a monkey. They're monkeys. Is it all the same monkey? Yeah, it looks like the same monkey. Why did I buy them? I don't know. It just seemed like there could be a good purpose for them. If you thought outside the box, right? And I always say, for the price, I mean, I didn't even get to, I was just on the main aisle, basically. And they had whole sheet sets, nice ones. Okay, now wait till you see this. Oh, I got this. It's a pin. Can you see it in there? It's a fan, a padded fan pin. I couldn't pass that up. Then I saw this and I thought, okay. I think some hippie came in and dropped off a bunch of stuff. Now, does anybody know what these are? Reminded me of something Roseanne would make, like individually. If you don't know it, they're prosperity hens. Hens symbolize prosperity. Created in the stark desert of northern India by women who have formed a crafts cooperative. The price thing is over it. The hens brighten up any place. Bronze bell reflect the personal touches of the women who make them, and the unique tinkle of each hand-formed bronze bell reflects. Now, is that cute? So somebody made each of these individually. And it was like one of the last things. I could use one of these for my lantern. Can you see them? Hens. And it looks new. Wow, I like the weirdest thing. Then they had these 4 designs of each. I figured they were $4.29. I think they were 10 cents. Then, of course, I got to the jewelry part. And it was all 50% off. This is an Eiffel Tower. And this is a nice chain to cut up pieces. Whenever I send someone chain, they kind of look like they're confused. But you don't need to go buy chain if you have this. I mean, you could cut off as much as you want. And if you want, you can make a whole 8-part dangle right out of this length. I never buy chain. These were earrings, $7 originally. Well, not earrings, but those things. I usually never have to buy that kind of stuff. Okay, there's 2 of these. One is in the other room. These are glass beads. And it's got a name on it. I can't read it. There were 2 of them. And a lot of times what I'll do, you know, what a great presentation person I am. Like I'll wrap something maybe with a doily or whatever, and then, or I'll just put it together and I wrap it with a bracelet. Because there were a lot of necklaces there and stuff, but you could tell that the string and whatever went through the bead. And so I just got this because it was $2 and then half price, and there were some pretty beads on there for bigger, for the longer, and then some seed beads for the longer stick pins. And got this angel. Oh, backwards. There was another lady right behind me. I think I was taking all the stuff that she was looking at. Well, when you have this kind of stuff, you don't need to. And I don't even, if I'm just going to use like one thing that either glues on or whatever, I take this off. But if I'm going to use them as dangles, I just leave this part on and then just bend it. But this is a blue and a purple. Isn't that pretty? You can see it. Then there must be 2 of these in here. Okay, stop. With, yeah. And then, how pretty this pin is. Oh, it looks like I may have dropped the bag. I may have to get out my super glue. And then these, they're 2, oh, no, I think there was just 1. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? The pin. Okay, then there was this. Purple and gray and clear, and they were bigger also. And then this is a perfect piece of chain, because of this length here, and then there's the lobster claw there to hang things on. Somebody made this. I don't remember getting this, but you know how I use these a lot to keep things together? Well, this one's got all these purple and white crystals. If I had, in those bags that Nola and Roseanne made for me, I use them all the time, and I almost hate to because I'm going to run out. Look at that. And then there's the chain to use. And some things I keep and I wear for a while. And I swear one of the crystal things I have is a diamond. It looks like a diamond. But that's really pretty. I never used to wear costume jewelry. You know, I had certain pieces of good jewelry and I wore them every day. And now I never wear them. I just wear, and look at this heart. Isn't that pretty? Oh, looks like a few beads are missing. Little ones, that won't matter. Oh, my hands are, look, they start to, I haven't been eating very much, drinking enough. And then about 9 o'clock, I start to get hungry. Oh gosh, I hate when that happens. I feel like lobster lady or something. And this is, look how pretty. Look at that nice piece of chain. And there's an arrow on this side. Isn't that nice? I'm telling you, chains, this was half price from $3, $1.50. But between the charm part and the chains, they're, oh, sometimes it hurts and sometimes it doesn't. This is one of those hurting ones. So, I don't think I did too badly. It's all easy stuff. And I really like that pin. It's grays. And I like purples, lilacs. And these I just thought were so pretty. For middle of a flower or a book or... And I think I got around all the jewelry before they said, ladies and gentlemen, in 15 minutes. And lights are going out and I'm still pushing my cart. And then the first card didn't work. So I didn't notice, but I got one of those ones with a big pole. So when I went through, the lady over in the boutique side, you know, they have some nicer things there. She said, she was a young girl. She said, come on, I'll help you. So we tipped the whole cart so that I said, no, that's okay. She said, no, come on. I don't know what. This is a pin. I could take the bottom off of that. I don't know what that was, but it looks like it broke. And I just love that little fan. And this thing. Oh. Goodness me. But I'll either keep it whole or cut it up. If anybody wants some hens, I'll send them some hens. Oh, let me see. Is that it? There would have been more if there would have been more time. But I like this for the charm. And they just want things, you know, to go. I mean, it was the next day she said all the shoes and clothes were half price. And I'm telling you, it wasn't junky stuff at all. It was nice things. You see by the sweater and stuff that I got. And the packages of material were nice. You know, too bad it wasn't just one in each one. But I figure, you know, how far off can you go for $1.50 or whatever? Okay. So, can we still see here? Now, I got the package from Nola a couple weeks ago. And some things she gave me some things I bought. And you really have to go to her channel because she's got some great stuff. I mean, I don't need another thing, but some of that stuff she got from that, oh, what's her name? The Indian lady. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous that you try to think up stuff you can make. And I did buy myself a little sewing machine. It does 50% off. So it does, actually it's a, it's a craft name. They sell the pink and white. I can't think what it is, the name of it. But it was like $190 or something for half price. I think I got it for $70 or something. I don't know. But I have to find a place in here to put it, because I also got a typewriter for free. And so everybody says, what did you want a typewriter for? It's so funny how, you know, I used to do shorthand, I typed, I did all that stuff. And those big Oh, there were two kind of calculators, 10 key, and then that other one was huge. I remember. I can still remember the teacher. You know, old skinny lady. You know, and you had to do your timed writings and all that stuff. Well, I did well on all that, and now, and when I first started working, I did shorthand, and now all that is like archaic. I mean, I never thought I would turn into, when I tell people stories like my mother would, like, yeah, you know, the kids, that's how they are. You know, they don't know what in the heck I'm talking about. And I know Nola, you know, did the same thing. And I wanted to take home ec because my mother would never let me cook or do any sew, or she didn't know how to do anything except clean. And so I wanted to do all that stuff. So don't ask me why I'm like this stuff or why I can do a little bit of everything. And I'm a decent cook, a fast cook. I can, you know, bake. I don't do anything, you know, elaborate. But I don't know, and my sisters too, so I don't know where we got it. My mother worked second shift in a factory. She would never, first of all, until I got married, not even then, not even now, can I touch her washer or any clothes or anything. She never taught me to wash clothes. So my aunt had to show me after I got married. They have this thing with water. They just all love water, and they have a certain way, and they don't want you to touch anything, and their washer and dryer is like immaculate. I wasn't allowed to use the top of the stove. Maybe I was allowed to use the top, wasn't allowed to use the oven, I don't know. She would make dinner before she left, but she would never show us. None of them, and there were 9 girls, none of them, even when a couple of my aunts came here once, and I said, okay, you know, I want you to show me how to make kolache and pierogies and all this, you know. I mean, I can make halushki's kapusta, which is cabbage and noodles fried, and I can make, you know, some things, but the bakery part, and it's easy really. Well, we were supposed to do it together. I come, and they're so fast, and they were already, my one aunt was in her 80s. She already had them done. We did the dough the night before, rolled, filled, ready to bake. I said, well, what was the idea of me, you know? They just can't do it. They just, you know. And I used to always let the kids, you know, do stuff. Get on a stool, and not that necessarily I was going to eat it after, you know, their hands are all in it, but we were never allowed to. So I don't know how I knew how to be married, take care of kids. I did babysit a lot, and I was the oldest of the 3 of us girls. Like I can play chess. I can play all kind of cards. I can do macrame. I sewed. I've done everything. But I think it was the neighbors I used to go to, anywhere to get out of my house. But I just can't remember or why we even like this kind of thing. Now, my sisters don't like this stuff. My sister in California, I mean, one of her things in her garden was in the Costco book. I mean, but she makes quilts, and her yard is like a picture. And she's one of those ones that can't sit still either. Maybe the wine helps a little, it's okay to drink more wine there. I can't drink wine, I go to sleep. But she can do, sew and all that. The shabby chic stuff she's not into. Matter of fact, everybody I tell, they have no idea what shabby chic is. So then I have to get out my phone and start showing pictures. And when I went to pick up my car, I was telling the girl, and she's going, oh, yeah, And then I said, here, I'll give you the name of my YouTube channel. She didn't really care or want it, but she got it. Anyway, so I have no idea. I don't think there's one person in my mother's side of the family that does. Only thing, a couple of them like to read. And that's it. So I don't know where it came from. And I never knew my grandmother on my dad's side. I mean, he certainly didn't have any special things he liked to do, except drink. Oh, but everybody liked him. So, anyway, like I said, I have no idea. Nobody taught me. Somebody, like Roseanne was saying the other day, when she could touch the petals, her mother showed her how to sew, and so no wonder, she can do anything. But nobody ever showed me how to do it. Only thing is, my one girlfriend and I, as soon as my mother would leave for work, it was like 3:30, and we were home from school, we used to make taffy and fudge all the time. Now, it never turned out. We made taffy all the time, and then it just never turned out. But we'd cut it, and we'd put it in pieces of wrapping paper, and we'd take it around to the neighbors. And fudge, we'd make fudge all the time, never turned out either. And we'd make cookies. And there's one recipe, I think my mother threw it away because she throws away everything. I mean, if she came in here right now, she would probably faint. They think and actually my one daughter is the same way. I mean, they just as soon throw it away as to have more than one or two things sitting around. I should have a little bit more of them, I guess. I don't know. But let me show you. Now, what I started to say was I didn't bring down all the doilies. I got a bunch of nice doilies from Nola, and I already put them away because I got this new place to put them. But I have a few here, and then some things I already, just one, a few things I already shared or made something out of. You can tell this one, I made a flower. I don't know what I packed it in somebody's bag. This poor thing. I got two of the tatting. One is over here underneath stuff somewhere. You watch her on Nanny's Attic and her oopsies, and I'll say, oh, I like that. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like that one. But then, how can she remember? And it's a good thing she doesn't remember them all. crocheted by that one lady, I think, because I bought some of this, and I bought this, the lady from I think it's Denmark. She gives Nola stuff to sell for her. Isn't that pretty? It's supposed to be like a, I think, like a picture window. And that trim is gorgeous. And I didn't know I could use, but she said I could use the flowers on here. I thought it was just to look at. Isn't it pretty? But this, I just love this trim. I mean, I'm really, I guess a long time ago, you know, mauve and all that was like in green. It's like 60s, 70s, or the color. And then it got to be where, you know, we didn't use them as much. But now these pinks that we're using are getting into the mauves and stuff. Isn't that pretty? But now I'm learning how to cut them up like, see, that looks like a whole different color. It's a dark blue, actually, or a royal blue. Then one really cool thing she did, and I don't have, it was a trim, and this really pretty flower, she sent me the whole, like a roll, and this flower was on top of the box. So I copied her idea, not as pretty as this, and did that for a couple things. And she sent me this. Now I had, a long time ago, a couple placemats like this, and she did send me a placemat with it. But I know I used mine up. Isn't that pretty? So between what money I have left in my PayPal and what she gives me, I get all these pretty things. And what do I make? Stick pins. This is pretty. It's corduroy. It's like a velvety corduroy. But there's something, I have to make something. It's like piece it something together with all these. And I'm never in for the long haul. I mean, I don't like to make things that are going to take forever. When I was younger, I'd start Afghans and I never finished them. And then here's the place. Mat. Like, isn't that pretty? Silver. This is so pretty, this golden green and this purple. You wouldn't think it would be. And then she sent me this. And just so happens I have a pillow this size for my bed, and I don't have a, uh-oh, it's just water. I don't have a cover for it. Another. And I was just watching one of her past videos, and that one she had that had those puffy things, lumpy things. I got that, but it's upstairs. It's purple. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I think I've shared this with somebody, but I kept the, it's another blue, and this is a different color blue. And I think that the lady from Denmark crocheted these. Not pretty. Oh, I love that one bundle of stuff she got the other day. Oh, gorgeous. Some velvet. A lighter piece of velvet. This is pretty. Okay, I saw that. Oh, look at this. Now I have to do something with this. This has to be in the middle. I'm gonna look in Pinterest and see if I get any ideas. I hate to look there because then sometimes I'm not even out of bed. And I'll see something and I'll say, oh, I have to try that. Aren't these gorgeous? And like I said, she sent me more pieces of other material and more doilies. But in my rush to make stuff out of them, I use some. Let me see if I show you everything. People tell me, you're so funny. Once you're there and then you're gone. So I tried to keep things close. What's this? That's the jewelry in the hens. You know, this one channel I watch a lot of times, where I got the idea for this. They're always talking about liking the Gorilla Glue and the Gorilla Sticks and stuff. So I thought, well, it must be some kind of magic stuff, so I'll get some. Well, I would imagine, you know, Gorilla Glue has something to do with maybe them talking about it. I don't know. But it is the worst stuff I have ever used. It just pours out. And when I use it upstairs, I keep one gun upstairs and one down here it's on my nightstand. And if I don't have something there, I stick a cap under whatever I have. But I mean, it's just full of glue that came out, and it gets everywhere, and it's got strings everywhere. So, you know, not to badmouth gorillas, but I don't know what you guys think, if anybody has an opinion. Actually, I never paid attention before. I didn't know there were different kinds, but I did see the gorilla one. But I'm not too enthused about the gorilla stuff myself. And I notice it's around more and more. But someone did mention the Scotch, you know, like Scotch tape, the brand. I do like their, it's not Crazy, what's it called? You know, like the brand Crazy Glue. And I've used a lot of different ones because I, you know, when I'm putting metal on metal or stick pins or something, I did, when I couldn't find mine, or because I always lose the tops, even though I stick a pin in them, sometimes they dry out. I did buy some E6000. Now, I have no idea what the difference is between 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. And some people, and I use glossy accents for, you know, putting on stuff to make it shiny and that. But I never use it to glue anything down. You know, I don't think it sticks that well. and maybe material. But plus I don't have the patience to wait until it's going to dry. But we just have to be careful of this, of the other glues, because, but so in between I did put a little E6000, and that seemed to work pretty well. But if you're going to make stick pins or anything that you want to last a long time, or you're going to give as a gift, you really need to use the good stuff that's not going to come apart. And so Amazon, I didn't know which one to get. They had all kind, and I wanted to try some different ones. So it was a Scotch brand, but it says if you try all 3 for this much. But I only got one the other day, so well, I'll have to see when I go up to the mailbox. I didn't go yet. See if the other ones, but the other ones came to the door, so other one came to the door, so I don't know. So I don't think I'm missing anything. I've been trying to rearrange stuff, but I don't know. This thing back here looks like it's a little, like it's gonna, yeah, looks like it's tilting a little, doesn't it? I tried to move some things around. I put Awakening Angel, I put her book there that she gave me. Oh, and I think I was showing you last time the things I made for journals, you know, for pens. And I said I made one out of boxes that Nola sent me. Well, these were the boxes. And be cute for a box too, but what I did was I cut this part off and used this part because they were within reach. That's what always happens. Like today I was putting some extra little doodads in someone's little pouch, and and the cat, you know, he'll mess up everything. So I'm walking around, and if there's things on the counter, or things fell on the floor, or, you know, I'm always stepping on things and beads and everything. I just kept picking them up, and then I'd put them in the bag so they can use them. It's a good way to clean up and have somebody use the stuff. Anyway, I better watch this, huh? So most of the stuff I'll probably give away. I think I showed you this one. I don't know what it is about me, but now I'm coming down a little bit on my flowers, aren't I? I'm making them smaller, and I even made some tiny little ones. Roseanne had sent me, I'm not even sure, I knew they were all in there, so I showed you a bunch of little tiny ones that, you know how she whips them up. She whips up everything. I mean, her scrap things that she makes, like I just love this that she made for the, what were they called, munchies or munchkins or something that we had. Like she throws it together. I mean, you know how long it would take me to think of this? I might as well make a whole book or a project. And, you know, I don't know if she did this one or not, but just so quick and easy. I can make it, but I mean, I can't tell you how long this took me. Now, all the projects she's doing, she wouldn't get anything done if she took this long. And, you know, a lot of people, for me, it's like, and if I had to make a tag, like this really nice tag and all that stuff, to go in packages, forget it. I either forget or I put a card in. And lately, since I had a lot of corks, I've been making cork cards. You may have seen a couple if you watched, well, Jeanette's channel. M.I. Is it M.I.? M.I. Cottage Crafts. But I've been just trying to use different things since I don't really have cards. Anyway. So, anyway, I know it's different. It's not a nice petite little one, and I do have those too, and I can do those. But tell me what you think of my Guinness World Book of Records shell stick pin. Jeanette's watching, she'll probably think, oh my God. I think she got one of the first cork pins, and she was like, what's this? And this is and I'm actually using this journal that she made me. I'm trying to make sure I write things down, and I have, well, the one I just showed you, the pen thing, is the one I use for this book. But I like it. It's cute, and yet it's plain enough that I can write in it and not feel bad. The junk journal. Except I'm putting papers in here, and it could be important. Oh, just for my car. They fixed the lights and stuff because none of my lights were working. And when I went to the store last night, it said fog lamp out. I give up. Okay, guys. I'll let you go with my stick pin menagerie here. And like I said, go to Atelli's crafts on Instagram. It's Atelli's _ craft, or Atelli's Munoz, or Atelli's Rodriguez, ATELIS, and she just makes the cutest things. Well, last time I showed you the paper clip she made, you know, with the ball on top with the crown. But these are just adorable, aren't they? And the llama. See, to me, that could be a llama or a, what's that other animal in the llama family? I should know, because when I went to Montana, there were a lot of them. And one guy that we knew had a whole farm. And then she made like socks and everything out of them because they're so warm. I make this big mess now. I have to clean it up. Yeah, this is the one. See, there's a paper clip on the back. And so if I keep it right on the journal, then I always have a pen to use. All right, I'll shut up. I mean, it's getting way past time, and now I have I'm caught up, I think, but now I have more mess to clean up. But everyone that wanted some of that stuff from last time, I've got it out and the material rolled up, and you will get it. Just make sure I have your address. I think there are a couple people I asked. I have addresses somewhere in my phone. Then when my phone got screwed up, they were left. Some of them I cut off the envelopes. Some I wrote in a book. So it ends up right before I'm ready to go to the post office, I'm frantically trying to find somebody that knows somebody's address. So, and you know, wouldn't it be the greatest, like to me, practical things are like some of the greatest gifts, you know, like I said, the bags that Nola and send me, different sizes, and then I just would put the pull strings in them, decorate them if I want to. And what was I talking about? Being practical. I completely left my mind. And you're all sitting there trying to tell me. Oh, one year for Christmas, I got an address book, and I put down everyone in the family's addresses, phone numbers, birthdays, everything. I mean, all my mother's 10 sisters and brothers and their kids and all that stuff. And now for me, that would be like, great. Or like I need to order some kind of tags or stamp or something with my name and stuff on it. And I keep saying I'm going to make, you know, big pieces of paper already done with some people's addresses on that I send more often to, and my return address, and have like the envelopes and everything all ready to go. But I just don't do that stuff. But anyway, you know, my mother she's got her own system. I've got this big paper that I used when I did permanent makeup for the trays, and they're actually from a dentist supply place. I've sent some to some people, and she keeps it right on her cocktail table right in front of her couch because she's 90 now. Does great, but you know, if she wants to remember something, she just writes everything right there. It's all on this piece of paper. So she's got her own system. So to her, it took me a long time. You know, I mean, if someone did something like that for me, I would be just, you know, I think I came from another mother, maybe another father too, who knows. But we don't like anything the same, really. Except music and dancing. We do. Okay. Bye, guys. It was nice to see y'all again. And hi, Judy. Look, see, I have my hair up. I have to get over to your channel, too. I've just been really behind. Except my son got me that big smart TV, which I never really knew what smart meant. And I thought I had smart TVs. They weren't dumb. But, so I'm always having you know, but trying to figure out the clicker thing, up and down and sideways, and how to get back where I was and all that, sometimes gets me irritated. But there's a lot of people I haven't been to their channels in a while that I love, and it's just I don't know why. Sometimes when you're by yourself all the time here, it's just, I don't know, you just kind of do the same things over and over. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for watching and listening to me babble on and on. Who does this? Jeanette. I see a lot of people do that. But no, I have to stick my face right at you because I can't get the camera to do it right the other way. But when I'm looking really bad, then you'll know I'm looking really bad. Because I like to see people myself, their faces and stuff, but it does keep you from doing some things because, you know, if you look like a real schlub, of course you don't want anybody to see your face. So you know I look like a schlub when you don't see my face. But I like talking to you because I feel like you're my friends and I'm talking face to face to you. And thank you all for all your nice comments always. I try to answer some or at least put, you know, the heart on. And Julie, you always give such nice comments also, and you keep saying you want me to do a tutorial. I don't know. You're trying to get me out of my box or whatever they call it. So maybe I will. I don't even know anybody really that likes the big stick pins. Actually, I was getting them all together on my phone because and to do a slideshow. But I'm trying to figure out how to get the slideshow. Now I have Splice, the slideshow over to YouTube. And I know I didn't even take pictures of all the ones I've done, but I try to take pictures of most of the things because I forget. When somebody shows me something I sent or gave them or whatever, I'm like, I made that? And a lot of times, truthfully, from the beginning, I'll say, you know what? That wasn't so bad for just starting. You know, the first thing being the Christmas in July banner, I believe, for challenge for Jeanette Begley, and my cottage crafts. And if somebody was nice enough to find my link and give it to me. See, I use my phone all the time. I need to start using the computer. I know I'd be able to find people's links that way. Otherwise, I usually just put the name in. So my link, I did put it in my contacts, so I'll remember it. Because I remember I followed the directions one time and made mine shorter, whatever it said to do. So but it could have gotten lost. No, I put it in notes, and most of my notes, when I switched phones, got all screwed up. I don't know. On Facebook, everything goes to CJ. I don't know who CJ is. So you think I'd go up to the phone company or the phone Apple or whatever? I just try to work around it. And be careful of these. You know, I take my phone off the hook actually during the day. I have a landline still. And because all I get from morning till night are those robocalls. And when you get to be a certain age, you know, they want you to have the alert system, and they want you to have, I mean, I have every brace imaginable they've sent me already. But even when I called Social Security, because I had to go down there, and they tell you right on there to be careful you're not getting somebody else. And I did, because it says push this button, and I pushed the 1 or 2 or whatever, and if somebody came on there wanting to sell me a medical alert bracelet, whatever. So, you know, you really have to watch. And I've been getting calls saying, you know, something about my Social Security and blah, 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 and call this number. That's how I missed my first Social Security appointment. You know, and my ex-husband died in November. I mean, I couldn't get an appointment until now. Well, I had one in March or whatever. But they called me for 2 days, like, to remind me. And it was so far off, like I must have not put it in my calendar or something. And I just figured they were those crazy calls. And then I get a letter saying, okay, I'm disqualified from getting his Social Security because I didn't show up. So I had to call him, and that could have happened again. But I had it in there, and I was trying to call to confirm that I had it in there right. And after waiting an hour, it just said, oh, call back another time. So I just prayed that I got there. And then when I got there, she said, oh, I was trying to get you by the phone because it was just going to be a phone meeting. I'm like, well, nobody told me that. I don't know how all these things happen. But I need to start writing everything down. Okay, I'm really going this time. Bye. Love y'all. God bless you. And I know you didn't sneeze, but God bless you anyway. And I'll see you all next video. Bye.